I found a weird old fetish site. When I was younger, I found a fetish porn site called don'twakethem.com. This was around 2010, 2011-ish, when I was 13. You might be wondering why a 13-year-old was on a site like that. Well, I had unrestricted internet access, and I was a weird kid. Sue me. The site was very Web 1.0, with a black background and the site's title at the top of the page. Everything was written in Comic Sans. The site had pictures of people, usually women, sleeping, with the sleeper's name under each image. Now, I assume this was a fetish site because a lot of the people shown were wearing clothes. Some were naked, sure, but it wasn't in an outright sexual way. It was more like they were just sleeping in the nude. I think the thing people were supposed to get off to was the sleeping. The pictures, from what I remember, were taken in the sleeper's bedroom. The room was dark, but you could still see the sleeper because the photographer used a flash. Not sure if that woke that person up, since the only pictures posted are those where the subject is sleeping. I remember checking out the site a couple of times, mainly to skip to the pictures of naked women. Listen, when you're 13 and horny, tits are tits, okay? However, I didn't visit too often since the general vibe of it creeped me out. It felt voyeuristic in a way that made my skin crawl. I ended up finding new places to get my jollies and forgot about the site for years. I eventually weaned myself off of my prepubescent porn addiction, though not before getting a monster of a virus on the family computer, and instead focused on trying to get a girlfriend and, possibly, laid. You know, normal teenage boy shit. Anyway, let's fast forward to a couple of days ago. I was listening to a podcast advertise Casper mattresses, which somehow reminded me of don'twakethem.com. A bunch of old memories popped into my head, and I decided to look it up. The site doesn't exist anymore, instead taking you to a page listing similarly named sites. On a lark, I decided to put the URL into the Wayback Machine and go back to 2011.